What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Only One KDB, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we got WWE Backstage rules and traditions wrestlers need to follow. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop another banger. Make sure y'all smash that like button. And yeah, man, we about to get to it, man. Let's see the backstage rules and traditions that wrestlers need to follow. But we about to get into it. Hopefully, y'all boys enjoying y'all day so far, and let's get to it.
Wrestling is so much more than just a job. For wrestlers who made it to WWE, it's a lifestyle. That's one of the reasons why there are a lot of traditions, unwritten rules, and etiquettes that wrestlers must follow when they get to WWE. Some of them you see on TV.
They be getting to line up backstage. Damn, look like he really punching him. But they be getting like haircuts and shit backstage. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know they had barbers and shit in the WWE. That's crazy work right there.
While others are hidden backstage. One tradition you may notice when watching WWE is wrestlers wiping their feet on the edge of the ring. There are a few reasons why they do this. One is simply to help keep the ring clean. Garbage and other waste can attach themselves to a wrestler's boots, so to prevent it from being brought into the ring, wrestlers wipe off. Additionally, it's a sign of respect. Respect for the ring, where many wrestlers have given their blood, sweat, tears, and lives, and where many more will in the future. Wrestlers also wipe their feet as a sign of respect to their colleagues who are performing later in the show by keeping the ring clean for them. This next tradition is hidden from fans, and you might not even know it exists. The tradition is cleaning up the locker room. When a new WWE wrestler joins the main roster, it's tradition for them to stay until after the show and clean up the locker room. Additionally, newer talent usually helps out the veteran talent by making sure the veterans have water available, towels, and other things.
So it's like freshmen helping out the seniors and had to drive the seniors to wherever they want to go on campus. It's like the college rules and shit like that. With all that being said, that's crazy. First of all, I'm not picking up your trash and none of that shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm new on the roster or not. I'm not picking up with nothing behind. That shit is dead, bro.
For them to stay until after the show and clean up the locker room. Additionally, newer talent usually helps out the veteran talent by making sure the veterans have water available, towels, and other things.
Do I look like I'm the water boy? I'm not making sure you got some water. You better make sure you got it your damn self. Go over there and go get some goddamn water.
Newer wrestlers will continue to do this until a veteran tells them they don't have to. While this practice isn't done as much today, wrestlers like Aleister Black and Rusev both said they'd make sure to clean the locker room when they started wrestling on the main roster. In fact, for Aleister Black, Roman Reigns was the person who told him he didn't have to clean up after the shows. Once that happened, it meant that Black had been accepted by the other WWE wrestlers and was part of the team. One other tradition that mostly newer WWE wrestlers need to follow is respecting veterans and main event talent. There are a lot of big wrestlers on the WWE roster, and sometimes the locker room gets pretty cramped. However, no matter how little room there is, everyone is expected to make space for veteran wrestlers and top talent like the world champions. Even if you've been in WWE for a while, if you're not a legend or a main event star, you're expected to give up space. If you don't, or if you do something that makes someone angry, you can get in trouble. The Miz infamously got kicked out of the locker room when he was a newcomer to WWE. He was eating some chicken and accidentally spilled some of it onto Chris Benoit's bags. Benoit had the Miz banned from the locker room, and the A-lister had to use the public bathrooms where the fans were. Finally, after the Miz had a match against The Undertaker, the dead man allowed Miz back into the locker room. Similar to staying and taking
Dang, Undertaker got pulled, man. He the big dog in that locker room. Shout out to Undertaker, man. You the GOAT. You know, I heard you was thinking about coming back. Yeah, give us one more match at WrestleMania. Fuck it. I was about to tell you, man, go ahead and just retire, bro. It's okay. It's okay to walk away. It is what it is. You don't got to keep coming back. But we low-key do need one more match at WrestleMania for old time's sake. Yeah, we need one more match at WrestleMania. Give us that, and we'll be satisfied. And hopefully you will be satisfied, too, because it all matters about you being satisfied, because obviously you ain't been satisfied. You just got that itch like, man, I gotta get back out there. I feel you. It'd be like that.
Another tradition is that no one leaves until the show is over, even if you already had your match. The reasons for this are 1, to show respect to your fellow wrestlers, and 2, to watch the other matches and absorb as much knowledge as possible. This tradition isn't practiced by everyone, but according to Kevin Owens, when John Cena was around, Cena would make sure to watch every match in the show so he could see what the crowd was reacting to. Another tradition you'll see on TV from time to time is the receipt. A receipt means getting back at someone. During a match, a wrestler might get careless and accidentally accidentally punch or hit their opponent for real. If that happens, the wrestler that got hurt might issue a receipt. Usually it comes in the form of intentionally punching, kicking, or doing something to get even with your opponent.
Oh, so you don't really hit each other? I thought we was hitting motherfuckers for real. My bad. I didn't mean to punch you. So you gotta really put your hand up. So what if I make a mistake and knee somebody in the head like old boy just did? Do I get in trouble, or like he just hit me back type shit?
Now, a wrestler giving a receipt typically won't try to seriously injure anyone. It's just meant to be a little payback. Chris Jericho once got punched by Shane McMahon during a match, so Jericho gave Shane a receipt by kicking him in the face. Sometimes
Yikes.
a wrestler will give a receipt on someone else's behalf. At One Night Stand in 2005, JBL infamously started attacking Blue Meanie for real and actually made him bleed. About a month later, the Blue Meanie and JBL were having a match. Stevie Richards interfered and gave JBL an extra hard chair shot to the head as a receipt. This unwritten rule kind of makes sense, but also doesn't. WWE wrestlers aren't supposed to talk about their matches. Regardless if a wrestler had a good match or a bad one, they aren't supposed to ask anyone how it went. When you've made it to WWE, it's expected that you can gauge matches on your own and don't need advice or validation from others. If a wrestler has a match that was bad, they need to accept it and make sure their next match is better. Likewise, if a wrestler had a really good match, he or she should not brag about it. Similarly, when a wrestler...
So I can't come in there like my first match in WWE. I can't come back to the locker room like say, hey y'all, man, I just whipped this motherfucker ass. Y'all seen that shit, man? I was doing tremendous. Well, ain't this TV backstages anyway? So like they can see it for themselves. So what about the motherfuckers that be watching the match backstage? They obviously seeing if I'm doing good or bad or not.
Championship, it's an unwritten rule that you show it off only when necessary. This is to help prevent egos from getting out of check and to help keep good locker room morale. This is something you probably never thought about, but in WWE, wrestlers are all supposed to speak English, and it's not for the reason you might expect. Sure, WWE shows are all done in English, and that is part of it. However, the real reason wrestlers are all supposed to talk in English is so they can communicate during matches. Wrestlers will often talk to their opponents secretly during a match to discuss what moves they're going to perform next. It's incredibly important, since a misunderstanding could lead to a bad match, or even worse, someone getting injured. This is perhaps the reason why the original Sin Cara would often botch moves during his matches, since he did not speak English. To help avoid this, all WWE wrestlers are told to communicate in English. Not all WWE traditions are serious, some of them are fun. WWE wrestlers are on the road a lot and need to stay positive. One way they do this is by pranking each other, or ribbing, as it's called. When X-Pac was new in WWE, a bunch of wrestlers got him drunk on his 21st birthday and shaved off his eyebrows while he was passed out. Unfortunately for X-Pac, WWE was taking promo pics the very next day, so he ended up having no eyebrows when they took them.
Nah, that's crazy.
Like Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Kalisto are some of the coolest wrestlers of all time. However, wearing a mask comes with a few rules that luchadors must follow. There's actually an official commission in Mexico that makes sure wrestlers are obeying these rules. This is because the mask is seen as a wrestler's biggest possession, even more important than championships. So what are the rules that a masked luchador must follow? Well, first, if you lose your mask, you can't wear it ever again. If a wrestler loses a mask versus mask match, he or she must unmask and is never allowed to compete with that mask again. The reason is to protect the integrity of mask versus mask matches, or any match where a luchador puts their mask on the line. If someone just kept wearing their mask after losing, then a luchador putting their mask on the line wouldn't have any value. This is why mask versus mask matches are such a big deal in Mexico. If a luchador loses his or her mask, they are still allowed to wrestle, but they have two. There was some controversy over this rule with Rey Mysterio. While wrestling in WCW in 1999, Mysterio teamed up with Conan to take on Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in a hair versus mask match. Rey ended up losing and was forced to unmask on live TV.
I remember, bro. That was my first time ever seeing Rey Mysterio
versus mask match. Rey ended up losing and was forced to unmask on live TV.
Bro, up to that point right there, I'd never seen Rey Mysterio without his mask. This was my first time. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Mysterio honored the rule and wrestled without his mask until WCW shut down in 2001. Even when he returned to Mexico, Rey still did not wear his mask. However, when Rey Mysterio joined WWE in 2002, Vince McMahon personally requested that Mysterio bring back his mask. Rey went to the Lucha Libre Commission and asked for permission to wear his mask again. Despite some outrage from fans, the commission gave Rey the okay, since Mysterio didn't lose his mask in a traditional mask versus mask match, and it didn't happen in Mexico. However, a few years later, WWE wanted wanted to do shows in Mexico. The Lucha Libre Commission was okay with it, but they wanted Rey without his mask, since he had already performed in the country without it. After a few discussions, the Master of the 619 was able to get the okay and wrestled.
Booyaka, booyaka! Yeah, I can't see Rey Mysterio without his mask. Like, that's just like his whole character for real, so.
Mexico with his mask again. It might seem like Rey Mysterio was given special privileges, and while that could be true, there is another explanation. When wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer was asked about this, he revealed that the Lucha Libre Commission isn't as strict about the rules as they once were. This is also likely why Juventud Guerrera, who was also unmasked in WCW, was allowed to wear his mask again later in his career.
Oh yeah, whatever happened to Sin Cara? Will he like start wrestling or something? I remember him like. Bro used to hop off the trampoline into the ring. They thought we ain't see it. I remember that shit. Like, bro, we could see the trampoline clear as day.
Luchadors unmasked, it's not just their face that gets revealed, but their identity as well. Immediately after unmasking, the wrestler's legal name, age, years wrestled, and birthplace is all revealed. This is also enforced by the Lucha Libre Commission and can be a really big deal, especially if it turns out that the unmasked luchador is part of a famous lucha family. In the age of the internet and social media, some of this information is already publicly available, even for luchadors who haven't been unmasked. However, there are a number of masked wrestlers today whose true identity is still a secret. Fans still don't know the real name of former WWE wrestler Grand Metalik. Even the names of current AEW wrestlers like Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix are unknown to everyone except close family and friends. This one is more of an unwritten rule, but even when they aren't competing, masked wrestlers almost always wear their masks. One of the most famous luchadors, El Santo, was very serious about this and would even wear his mask when he went out to eat. Even masked wrestlers who aren't luchadors will still cover their faces when they are out in public. Before King was unmasked, he would wrap a towel or wear a ski mask when entering arenas so fans wouldn't know what he really looked like. So if
Fam, like, I ain't gonna lie, some characters like that be playing in WWE, they really like that. Like, they try to stay in character outside of WWE. Like, I respect that, man. That's dedication to your craft. But, like, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Now, would I stay in character like that, like, outside of WWE? I probably wouldn't. I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. It depends on what my character is. Type shit.
Luchadors wear their masks even in public. What do they do when they need to fly on a plane? In situations like this, where a luchador can't wear his or her mask, they'll travel unmasked. If a masked luchador is following the rules, no. However, the masked luchador will usually travel alone, without any of their fellow wrestlers, to prevent people from getting suspicious. This has become harder and harder, thanks to almost everyone having a phone that can take pictures
social media,
and the ability
man,
to share them instantly with the world via social media. When WWE does shows in Saudi Arabia, you'll notice something unusual. All the female wrestlers wear special gear that covers almost their entire bodies. The male wrestlers wear their regular attires, so why do the women change up their look? The reason is that they have to by law. Saudi Arabia's legal system is based on Sharia law, which comes from Islam and is a code for Muslims to live by. Part of Sharia is dressing modestly, and this has influenced dress laws in Saudi Arabia, especially for women. When in public or around men, women are expected to cover almost their entire body and wear loose-fitting clothes that don't show off their figure. These rules also apply to WWE when they do shows in Saudi Arabia. In 2019, when Natalya and Lacey Evans fought in the country's first ever women's wrestling,
the hand is raised, you'll realize that this
wrestling match, they wore full body attires that only exposed their hands and heads. Additionally, they wore t-shirts to comply with the law and not reveal their figure. These rules are so strict that the Saudi General Sports Authority had to apologize publicly when WWE aired a commercial at the Greatest Royal Rumble event that showed female wrestlers in their normal attire because it was an indecent scene. This is likely the same reason why WWE removed the clips of the female dancers from DX's entrance graphics during their reunion match in 2018. However, these dress code rules are starting to change. In early 2022, at the Elimination Chamber event in Jeddah, the female WWE stars didn't have to wear any shirts, just their bodysuits. This comes as Saudi Arabia's dress code and other laws are starting to become more relaxed. Saudi Arabia's rules about clothes aren't the only thing that make it a unique venue for WWE. Some wrestlers weren't even allowed to wrestle in the country. When Aleister Black was part of the WWE roster, he was not allowed to be part of the Saudi Arabia shows. The reason was that Aleister's tattoos had some religious connotations that were seen as offensive. It's unclear if the decision decision was made by the Saudi Arabia government, or if WWE was being proactive and decided not to bring Aleister Black to avoid upsetting the hosts. Another wrestler you won't see on most WWE shows in Saudi Arabia is Sami Zayn. This is because Zayn is of Syrian descent. Why this is an issue is due to Saudi Arabia and Syria's strained relationship. Like with Black, it's not clear if the Saudi government specifically told WWE not to have Sami Zayn on their shows, or if this is WWE's decision. However, Sami Zayn did wrestle during a WWE show in the capital of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, in 2014. However, that show was not televised, which may explain why Sami Zayn was allowed to wrestle. What makes this even more interesting is that while Aleister Black and Sami Zayn were banned, Doudrop and Sonya Deville have been allowed to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. Doudrop is bisexual and Sonya Deville is lesbian. Gay marriage is not legal in Saudi Arabia, and in fact, the punishment for homosexuality is death. This, as well as WWE's partnership with Saudi Arabia in general, have been criticized. Despite some pushback, WWE continues to regularly host events in the country. The reason comes down to money. WWE is paid a reported $50 million for each show they do in Saudi Arabia. Additionally, wrestlers can make a lot of money too. It was said that Shawn Michaels was paid $3 million for his tag team match with Triple H in 2018.
Damn. But yeah, man, that's going to do it. Y'all going to see a lot of edits and cuts in this video because it kept freezing and pausing and skip. I'm like, man, what the But anyway, we about to get out of here. If you enjoyed that reaction video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash that notification bell and smash that like button, man. So it helped me get into the algorithm. I like this video. This is WWE Backstage Rules and Traditions Wrestlers Need to Follow. We about to get out of here, bruh. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Let's get it.